Hey there, Waz Up World! Today, we're diving into a massive policy shift that's got everyone talking. China's first retirement age hike since the 1950s. Yup, after more than 70 years, the Chinese government is shaking things up, and this change is set to impact millions of workers while reshaping the country's economic landscape. So, buckle up as we break down what this means, why it's happening now, and how it will affect China moving forward. China's top legislative body just approved a plan to gradually increase the retirement age, starting on January 1st, 2025. This is no small deal. This marks the first time China has touched its retirement age policy in over 7 decades. Here's the lowdown on what's changing. Men will see their retirement age rise from 60 to 63. Women in white-collar jobs will go from 55 to 58. And women in factory jobs? They'll now retire at 55, up from 50. Now don't panic, this isn't happening overnight. The changes will roll out gradually over the next 15 years, with the final phase completing by 2040. So why is China making this move now? Well, it all boils down to a few serious challenges. Aging population. By 2035, China will have over 400 million people aged 60 and above. That's more than the entire population of the US. Shrinking workforce. Since 2012, China's working age population has been shrinking, with more than 3 million workers exiting the labor force every year. Pension system under pressure. The current setup, where younger workers fund the pensions of retirees, is becoming unsustainable. Increased life expectancy. Chinese people are living longer, with life expectancy jumping from around 44 years in 1960 to nearly 79 years in 2023. Now let's talk about how this plan is going to work. The government's taking a phased approach, so the impact varies depending on your birth year. If you were born in 1965, your retirement will only be delayed by 1 month. But if you were born in 1984, you could end up working up to 5 additional years before retiring. The exact retirement age for each person depends on their birth year. But don't worry, the government's got your back. The Ministry of Human Resources and Social Security has released calculators on its website and mobile app so you can figure out when you'll officially retire. As expected, this announcement has sparked a lot of debate online and on the streets of China. Here are some of the biggest concerns. Increased job competition, especially for younger workers who are already feeling the squeeze in China's job market. Older workers managing demanding jobs. Some are worried that extending careers could be tough, particularly for those in physically demanding jobs. Age discrimination. Some fear that as older workers stay in the workforce longer, younger employees might get an unfair advantage in hiring. One Weibo user sarcastically said, "I'm genuinely concerned that when I'm 70 and go for a job, my resume will be pages long, and HR might wonder why there was a gap when I was 65. But due to dementia, I might not even recall it." Let's shift gears and talk about what this means for China's economy. Economists have actually been calling for this change for years. Here's why it could help. Larger workforce. Keeping people working longer helps offset the shrinking working age population. Pension relief. By delaying retirement, more workers contribute to the pension system for a longer time, reducing immediate strain. Boost to GDP. A larger, more experienced workforce can fuel economic growth, which is crucial as China looks to maintain its position in the global economy. But it's not all positive. Some concerns raising the retirement age could worsen youth unemployment, which is already a significant issue in China. Now, how does China's new retirement age stack up globally? Even with this change, China's retirement age will still be lower than in many other countries. In most European nations, for instance, the retirement age sits around 65 or 67 for both men and women. So while this is a big move for China, in the grand scheme of things, they're actually catching up to global standards. So what does this mean for China's future? This policy change is just one step in addressing the country's growing demographic challenges, but it's far from the final solution. China's government still has to deal with record low birth rates and a rapidly aging population, which means more policy shifts are likely on the horizon. In the coming years, we might see additional reforms aimed at restructuring the workforce, enhancing Social Security, or even policies encouraging higher birth rates. The retirement age hike is only part of the puzzle. And that's the scoop on China's big retirement age shakeup. What do you think about this change? Would you be okay with working a few extra years, or would you rather retire earlier? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest global news. This is Waz Up World, signing off. Stay curious, folks.